I guess the first thing to say is obviously a very difficult time for the business. You seem to be working your way through it. Is there anything you can update us on? Any kind of news that you can bring us from what's happened over the last 12 hours?
Not at the moment. I mean, we've been led to believe that some of our guests have been pulled out of the hull, which is important. For me, the main drive is to get all our guests back to their families, and that was good news that the divers were able to extract some of them.
Yeah.
And we are now hopeful that we can actually pull the whole hull out.
Right.
And I think there is word that sonar has picked up where the cockpit is, though it hasn't been positively identified. But the main thrust is to get our guests back to their families, so there's some closure.
When do you think you'll have an understanding of what happened?
I think it would be, obviously the FDR and the cockpit voice recorder are in good condition.
Yeah.
Again, we are provisionally asked to be on standby on Friday to analyse the data and hear it for the first time.
Right.
So I would imagine over the next 3 to 4 weeks we would have a clearer picture of what's happened.
A number of questions seem to have arisen about whether or not the aircraft should have been flying. Question marks raised about whether or not you actually had the authority to do so. I've seen in the last 24 hours that you said that you thought that it was very clear that you did have the authority.
I think that's because some of this regulatory approval comes through many different ways and many different types. But obviously we had the approval to fly into Singapore, we had the approval from the airports, we had rights 7 times a week. There was just one bit of administrative issue which some authorities don't need, some do, and it was a bit slack. And in terms of the procedure, and in fact 60 other flights were involved in that, it's been cleaned up. Indonesians are putting in an online system.
Right.
So I think that's an issue of the
But there'll be
past.
no issue with... there was some concern that maybe, from a financial point of view for your business, that may affect any insurance issues.
No, insurance has been paid out already.
Right.
Okay. Our insurance brokers have done a fantastic job. It's already been paid, and insurance has been provided for our guests and their families.